want to relax your body and refresh your mind? Welcome to Hotel La Confidential, Aroa's premier destination for luxury and comfort. The only hotel in Aroa City offering a serene atmosphere, breathtaking scenery. Come and discover our exclusive wellness club with packages that include a fully equipped gym, a rejuvenating sauna, steam bath, and a great sky blue swimming pool. For events, our state-of-art conference halls and versatile event spaces are perfect for hosting shows, wedding receptions, birthdays, and more. Come and enjoy our cinema hall and unisex saloon, all designed to meet your entertainment and grooming needs. Bring your family and let your kids splash around in our beautiful kids water park. We are located on Aroa Pakwachi Highway in the heart of Aroa City. Don't wait. Visit us on www.hotellaconfidential.com or call us on 0761 688 181.
This December, all eyes in Morocco. Africa assemble. All dreams are heading one way.
All passion, all fire. Because here, we play different.
Choose your side.
Show your colors. Bring your flag.
And we welcome you to Morocco. You guys ready?
Ndugu zangu wana Uganda, mimi ni Mwesi Isaac, mwenyekiti wa chama cha NRM cha Radio Uganda. Kama tunazungumza kulinda mafanikio, tunamaanisha kulinda maendeleo ya kijiji na kukua kwa miji. Kwa kipindi cha miaka 40 ya uongozi wa Rais Jenerali Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, serikali ya NRM imetoa mwongozo kwa Uganda muundo wa mitandao wa mijini kuongoza maendeleo ya mikoa. Leo kama jiji kama vile Masaka, Gulu, Fort Portal na mingine imeimarisha ugaji wa madaraka, kuboresha mipango ya miji na kuleta umuhimu wa huduma karibu na wananchi. Katika jiji la Kampala, juhudi zimechukuliwa kwa jiji bora zinaendelea kwa kuboresha uongozi wa miji, huduma ya mfumo kwa digitali, kwa mipango ya mazingira na kuratibu serikali za miji mkuu. Agiza miji na kuwa imeimarisha jinsi inavyoendelea kuwa jiji kubwa lenye usafi, ukiongozwa na viongozi wa jiji la Kampala pamoja na waziri wa jiji la Kampala Hajati Misa Kabanda, mkurugenzi mkuu wa jiji la Kampala Hajati Sharifu Abuzechi na naibu wa waziri wa jiji la Kampala Kabuye Chopatogabye. Mchague Rais Jenerali Yoweri Kaguta Museveni kuendeleza maendeleo, ubadilifu, ufanisi na kulinda maendeleo ya Uganda na mafanikio.
Pick of the day on UBC. Was brought to you by
I'll call you every day, yeah yo, baby don't know.
You can now get all the Chibuzi out with MTN voice bundles. Call all networks Kubei Dondoro. Buy a 25-minute voice bundle for only 1,000 or buy any daily voice bundle of your choice. Dial *100 *21# and select daily or use the My MTN app. When we talk together, we are unstoppable.
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world, holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth. With Maskari Heritage Advantage, they uphold every citizen's right to reliable and free information. Their archive stories shaped our past and illuminate our present. Yet now, as new challenges arise and the world evolves, their mission faces its greatest test yet. Be part of our journey and let's navigate the unknown, uncover the untold, and safeguard our future together. Tune into your public broadcaster, for it is the intersection of trust and truth. Because to UBC, your story, and every voice matters. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Every Wednesday, live in our studios in the heart of Kampala.
We have to change the political culture in this country, really. Who has bewitched Ugandans?
I want to assure you, as government, we shall do whatever it takes to ensure that Ugandans are safe.
We have conversations that have analysis, explanation.
This law society, this union of theirs, because they want a job everywhere, they want to be this, they want to be that, they want... No. We know it's a union.
You cannot be making a road, bitumen grade 1, in Congo for 5 billion.
But not every truth is fact, and not every fact is truth.
The argument that the General Court Martial is responsible for peace and stability is without basis, either in law or in fact.
We have been told how Napoleon was a great orator. Now, Napoleon cannot help me get food. They told me combine harvesters in Saskatchewan. I don't know where Saskatchewan is. This is a geography we're taught. Instead of teaching me how to preserve Mabera forest, they're teaching me about Rhineland. This is a problem we got. We cannot run away from it.
Right now, you hear very disgusting stories of members of parliament. Instead of discussing the details of loans, they ask for their cuts.
Every Wednesday, 10 p.m. on your public broadcaster.
All on your public broadcaster. UBC, inspiring Uganda. Live from UBC studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Good morning and much thanks for being with us on UBC TV. Welcome to Good Morning Uganda Extra. I'm Robert Chirabo Nyonyintono. Now this morning it is our first show 2026, the Extra, and I choose to start it with something very important, that is nurturing life skills and values in our children. Now one of the things that is very important is, what skill do you have? Anybody, if you're asked what skill do you have? Do you have any skill? But also it's very important that children, I remember one time somebody told me that, you know, Robert, what is very important in life are the skills and values that your parents ensured that as you're growing up, you have them. But there are some people, forgive me to say, that have no values and equally have no skills. Now, with me on set, I have Dr. Linda Naka Lawa, hope I pronounced it very well, Kulabako, who is from the Department of Mental Health and Community Psychology, Makerere University. She's with me to discuss this. Now, when you hear things to do with psychology, you now have the right person with me. Good morning, Doctor.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
And at the extreme end, I have a parent to fit into this, and that is Jawin Esther. She's a parent from just Butabika here in Chirombe. That is Nakawa part of it. You're most welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Glad to have you as well. Now, I want to start with the doctor. Doctor, when we talk about skills and values, in simplicity, in simple ways, define to my viewer, what are skills? What are values?
Okay, thank you so much. In brief, skills are about what do you have? What defines you beyond your academic credentials, first of all. And then values are like your compass in life. They are different from goals, what you want to achieve, but values are what guides all your decisions that you make. And then when it comes to skills and life skills, what else can you do? How do you present yourself beyond what you have studied in class? That's as brief as I can put it.
Can you kindly give me some examples of skills for the benefit of my viewer? What, when you talk about skills, you know, because I know values, you can't give examples. Or sometimes it is hard when someone says, I stand for this, I stand for that. These are my values. Someone, you know, but for at least skills, when you talk about, if someone said, what skills do you have? Please.
Skills, I'll talk about them in two parts. They are the hands-on skills. Somebody went to school, but can you peel? Can you organize a space where you're staying? Are you clean? Are you tidy? And then there are the more psychological skills. Things like timekeeping, things like self-esteem. How do you work with other people? How do you live with yourself? Decision-making, problem-solving. Those are the two extents of life skills that I can talk about.
You said even values, you can give an example.
Yeah,
Please,
sure.
also values.
Values. When I think about values, like I said, they are your compass in life. Someone might say, in everything that I do, I strive for integrity. Who I am when nobody is looking. That is a value. Some people strive for equality or equity, depending. Then there are people who, they are all about feminism. And, well, let me keep it brief for now. Yes.
Well, examples are very clear now. I believe our viewer, you're well versed with skills and also values that we want to ensure that we nurture life skills and values in our children. I'll go to the parent. When we talk about nurturing these skills, first one would wonder, how important are they? Why would we even think or feel it as a parent that these are some things that these are very important, that should ensure that my child has skills, my child has values. Some even say values are inborn, you know?
I don't think so. Now, nurturing, when we talk about nurturing life skills and values in our children, we also conclude it by saying producing a holistic child, a good citizen. Because when you speak about the nation, we are talking about citizens. And we are making citizens for the nation. Why do we benefit? How do we benefit from it? Our children won't be problems tomorrow. Because we are living in a world where marriages are breaking just because of what? No skills, no communication. Those are some of the values. Arrogancy. So we find that we need these skills in our children and values in them. Good morals, respect, all that.
Now, that said, it brings me to how do we nurture them? Let also Doctor respond to this. How do we nurture them in this complicated world? You leave home at 5, Madam leaves home at 6, you go back home at 9. Now if you're in areas of so much jam, you even have to first wait somewhere, you get home at 10, you know. Our children are in boarding school, even when they're back there in the hands of the maid. Today, this generation, we are also blessed with the tabs. Internet is there, so each child, they have a tab, if they have their bikes, or they have a holiday program, someone drives them to the swimming pool and to get skills, maybe then picks them. Now, on the side of a parent watching us, who believes this is a very important topic for their children to have values, to have skills, how do they nurture these into their children?
To me, I think on our busy schedule as parents, let's also consider our children. Children are gift given from God. They are our responsibilities. The more you're busy, you're leaving this child, not nurturing the child. But tomorrow you will not be busy and you will need this child. And the child would be not nurtured the way you wanted. Let's give time to our children on our schedules, on weekends. Now as we are in holidays, we have a chance. Parents, mingle into your children's lives and find out, how does my child eat? How do they talk? At what time do they wake up? What do they do when they wake up? How lazy are they? What are they doing? Find out, you know, there are the other parents, however much you come back at midnight, you reach midnight, your children are still watching television. They are in their bedrooms on tablets. You don't even take time to check. The little time you have, use it as a parent. Check on your children, even in the morning before you leave. Check on them. Take time. Make sure you don't leave your children to the maid. Because maids were also nurtured in a different way, and they will nurture your children the way they were nurtured. Exactly. And some of them, they just come for job issues. They will just do their job, not even sending a child will not know, I can even do this, I can wash dishes, I can clean my shoes. They will have to do them for them everything. Why? Because they need money. So parents, as you're busy, please, on your busy schedule, include your children. They are more important even than your work.
Now, Doctor, there is a saying that you can't give what you don't have. Earlier on the beginning of this show, I said that we have so many people today who do not have skills. She talked about marriages breaking because of lack of skills. We are in a country and a world full of people who don't have values. They stand for nothing, but are taken by anything. And these are the parents we are talking about. So you can't give what you don't have. You're the experts in psychology. So how do I go, Robert? How do these parents, you know, we have some that are single parents. Every morning, the mother wakes up on cursing the father. You know, we have the fathers who, so in this complex and confused world of ours. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. First of all, like you have said, you cannot give what you don't have. And I will emphasize, life skills and values, they do not come as a result of growing up. It has been said that, in Uganda, that when someone is an adult, they'll have certain skills and they'll have certain, yes, you might have experience, but when it comes to skills and values, you have to be intentional. You have to be intentional. And we have to look at what it is that we have. Right now we have a big unparented generation that is now parents. Yes, many of us were raised at a time when we had lost our parents to HIV, we lost parents to the wars and all that. So we were raised by maybe single mothers. But even that single mother imparted some kind of values. So when you know that it is absolutely important for my children to have certain skills, to have certain values, then that is the investment that you're going to make. What you don't have, look for who can impart those values, who can impart those skills. That is why I went to school, for example. We have a lot that we can give. There's a lot that we can share. But the problem is, very many times parents think, as long as I am paying school fees, that is it. As long as the child brings me back a 4, that is it. But then they come to university with 20 points, 19 points, and it is a mess because they don't have skills, they don't have values. But it all is not lost. There is hope yet. As long as the parent appreciates that values are indispensable, that skills are indispensable, yes, then they will go out of their way to make sure they find a way to impart them in children. My fellow parents talked about the time. Everyone talks about quality time. Quality time is not a lot of time. Let me first clarify that. Quality time is not a whole day, for example. Can you schedule time with your children around all the things that you do? For example, are you able to get time out of your busy schedule and have breakfast, or at least one meal a week with the children? A lot of skills, a lot of values are imparted around the meal table. This is a challenge I give parents all the time. Have a meal together. Turn off the phones and let us all be present. That is when you're going to notice what you need to impart in your children. And if you don't know, find somebody who does. There'll be schools, there'll be churches, there'll be pastors, there'll be priests, everybody. a lot of people have the training to help us with getting the life skills and values that we do not have.
So parents, this is a deliberate effort.
Absolutely.
This is something that you have to invest in, because at the end of the day, you've just reminded me, something clocked my mind. I remember the late Bale Francis, when we had just joined UBC, though we didn't have him for a very long time, and the Lord called him. But he said, young men, by then, if you joined UBC, there were classes before you go on air, about for some good time. Like even 5 months, there were classes, and he was one of the lecturers. But he told us that you've come here, a degree, a first class, second class will earn you a job. But your character, discipline, and values will keep you here. I'm like, what? I said, no. Yes, because many will come with their first class, their whatever, but it's your values, your characters, and discipline that will keep you here. Now, those words meant something, but not as of value as time goes by. That's when you notice, oh, so-and-so was even better, but he had a temper, he had a character, he was this, that. So parents, these are deliberate. Even if your child gets good points, but they lack values and they lack skills, the world will not be friendly to them. Remember one time someone told someone, I don't blame you, I blame the parents that raised you. And I felt that was so overboard. Said you don't have values, you don't have skills, you don't have discipline, you're arrogant. Who raised you? I mean, which kind of parents raised you? So that's how important the issue we are discussing today is. We're in the political season, but still you hear someone, how the words, the verbal artillery, you know, and you're like, is this honorable? Can this person even reach this extent? So, and one would say, hey, people have survived that one. So it's very important. Now, I want to go back to the parent that we have, representing parents. This, of course, doctor is on the other side of it. Now, when we talk about imparting or nurturing life skills and values, one of the things today that we've focused on is monetarized everything. What do I mean by we've monetarized? Now, if you tell a parent, they will tell you, I don't have money to do that. Because doctor has pointed in something, get someone who can. And on the parental side, some of these experts are very expensive. You're not going to go to doctor with your issues, a PhD holder, and think you're going to bring your, you know, they invested. They put in a lot. And some parents feel that is something we can do away with. Me who took me maybe to a counseling session, you know, some us Africans sometimes we think, oh, we have a Zungu, you know. So please chip into that.
Everything money. So now it's like this. Even if you don't have money, you can nurture life skills in your child. It's not all about money. How do you cooperate with the neighborhood around you? In that when you're not there, can they help nurture your child? How do you live with them?
Most neighbors don't see eye to eye.
You see? Are you having some friends? Because sometimes these children, like, let me give you an example to me. I had a son, but at home, I could not realize my son was stubborn. But everyone could tell me, your son is stubborn. Your son is stubborn. I could not give it time. But until I gave it time, why I say that, friends, they help us a lot. Do you always get visitors at home? They will help you see where you don't see. Do you always take these children, let's say in villages, to look around? Let's go and do this. Let's go to the garden. So just a little time, as doctor said, on the table, on weekends. Actually, 20 minutes are enough for you to realize, what will I put in my child? I don't think on your schedule However much you have money or you don't have, you cannot get free time of 20 minutes in your life.
So what do I look out for? Because, yes, we talk about getting time.
Yeah.
It could be a week and a father says, this Saturday let me be home. And try this program called Me, My Children. So what is that I'm looking out for? Because, like I earlier said, you can't give what you don't have. Some parents themselves are not nurtured, they have no skills, they have no values that they stand for. So a father is home, he has his children there, and I want to have quality time with my children. And I've seen some what they call quality time with their children, you know, playing a PlayStation game together, you know, going swimming, taking them to the beach. I saw a father who went to the extreme, taking them to club, you know, and watch around. Yes, he's bonding with his children. You know, some go as sharing a drink together, you know, and see, this one will be, you know, so I mean, what am I looking out for as a parent there?
As a parent, number one, look at your children. At what time do they wake up when you're at home? You have to be critical on that. Because how time management in a person is very important. These days we are raising children who will wake up at 10, they wash their faces, go straight to the dining. How are your children managing their time? At what time do they wake up? At what time do they go to bed? When they are together, what do they communicate? Mumbozi zaabwe. What are they communicating about? What do they like most? When do your children pray? Do they like praying or not? Because God is part of us. How do your children behave when they see visitors? We're in a generation whereby you reach a home, a visitor is there, has come, no one is welcoming you, everyone is on their tablet, you look for where to sit, even as you're sitting, they'll tell you, excuse us, we want to put here a postcard. They are dull, and you'll have to leave and sit another place. How are your children behaving when they see visitors? Some things, and parents, when they see that, they call it confidence. My child is confident enough. How are the emotions of your child? When this child gets annoyed, how does he or she react? Sometimes we just are like, tubawana. That child is so bitter. That child, my child,
like
short-tempered, can even break everything. What? And you're happy with it. But you don't know what you're nurturing. Be critical and look at it. Does your child want working? We are in a world where without work, okay. Does your child want working? Even teach your children. Actually, parents of these days, we look at these men, the Patels, the Indians. They start teaching their children businesses when they are young. But we are in a generation whereby I don't know what my father is doing. I don't know what my mom does to earn a living. I just sit at home, I get what I want. How will I know tomorrow? Even if you're having a simple market, mudala of tomatoes, go with your child like these holidays. On a weekend, take your child to the office. Sit with your child, whether you're typing what, or in an office, tell the child, this is my office, I do this and this. Those are the things we have to look at. What is the dressing code of your children? What do they watch?
There it's...
We see cartoons.
Oh, it is disaster.
What do they watch? We just leave them. You put cartoons, it's okay. What televisions do they watch? These days there are so many social medias, even Lauzwa. People are naked on social media, you're just leaving them. I remember when I used to grow up, I went to one of my uncle's place. He could allow us only to watch WBS, UBC, and NTV. Watch news when you're young. But these days, a child of 3 years knows how to remote that TV. You leave there the remote the way you want. So we have to look into such things.
Very interesting, parent out there, what you must look out for to ensure that your children have values, but also they acquire skills. Now, doctor, let's do this after the break. Yes, I have to go for a commercial break, but then after, I'm still with my guests, and we are still looking at nurturing life skills and values in our children. That is what the world requires of them.
Live from UBC studios in Kampala, This is Good Morning Uganda Extra. Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Ginshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules, plant extract, scientific ratio, take 3 capsules each time. The active ingredient accelerates fat burning, eat twice a day, don't take a detour. Weight loss starts now. Ginshikang L-carnitine with chromium capsules helps you stay in shape. Please follow medical advice when taking this product. For more information, visit our website www.hgo.com or call 0800 335555.
When you want to relax your body and refresh your mind, welcome to Hotel La Confidential, Aroa's premier destination for luxury and comfort. The only hotel in Aroa City offering a serene atmosphere, breathtaking scenery. Come and discover our exclusive wellness club with packages that include a fully equipped gym, a rejuvenating sauna, steam bath, and a great sky blue swimming pool. For events, our state-of-art conference halls and versatile event spaces are perfect for hosting shows, wedding receptions, birthdays, and more. Come and enjoy our cinema hall and unisex saloon, all designed to meet your entertainment and grooming needs. Bring your family and let your kids splash around in our beautiful kids water park. We are located on Aroa Pakwachi Highway in the heart of Aroa City. Don't wait. Visit us on www.hotelconfidential.com or call us on 0761 688 181.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Welcome back from that break, and thank you very much for keeping it on UBC TV. It is the Extra. I'm Robert Chirabo Nyonyitono, and with me I have a parent and also an expert, a PhD holder when it comes to psychology. And what are we looking at? That is nurturing life skills and values in children. We earlier said, if you've been with us, that skills are very important. And I've seen, heard, been part of interview panels, gone for interviews, and one of the questions they will ask, what skills do you have, or which skills do you have? Away from the degree you've presented, the papers, the whatever, your experience, they'll ask, so what skills do you have? Now, that is where drama starts. How do you answer that question? What values? Tell us about what values? And then someone will ask them, so values. I'm hardworking. You asked values. Now, doctor, when we talk about skills and values, now from the academician's side, do we have professionals in this country that maybe you can go to? At least I know when it comes, you also have that bit of mental health. At least there I know we have psychiatrists, we have counselors, you know, we have psychologists. Now here we are. When it comes to skills, when it comes to values, there are those people that even maybe a parent you can go to. I want to tell you, we are in a time when some parents are confused. Raising children has become very hard. Recently, I saw one of a former minister and a director now. This was public information, when he was saying that his child is a drug addict. And he was saying parents not to give up. He said, I'm fighting back. It wants to rob me of my son, but I'm fighting back. And thank you, Honorable Nyombi Tembo, for coming out publicly and saying, I'm fighting back. Urging parents, don't give up on that child. Don't say, he said, I'm fighting back. Now, parenting is becoming a challenge, both for the poor and the rich. When you go to Butabika, that's when you understand. And some of these things are simple as lacking skills, lacking values, and a parent, you look at your child now and you're like, but where will my child go in case I'm gone? So where do we have this boy can rush to?
Okay. Thank you so much for that question. Number one, where you have started, mental health problems or mental health concerns. Tezitaliza. Whether someone has money or they don't have money, it depends on the value that you put in it. Okay? Earlier you said therapy is expensive. You're not lying. I will tell you that therapy is extremely expensive. An hour, to sit with me for an hour, is going to be very expensive. And that is why we go out of our way to make sure that we are proactive, we provide services. They are free of charge, or it can be at a small cost, but very many times people do not want to take advantage of them. I teach an army of mental health workers. I teach at the School of Psychology in the Department of Mental Health and Community Psychology. Right now I have about 300 students. And every holiday, second semester holiday, they're out there. They're looking for internships. And they're happy to come to your communities. They're happy to come to your children's schools. What you have to do is reach out. Reach out to us at the School of Psychology. We will send you somebody. I personally run a program called Parenting. It brings together parents and children to just talk. We had our maiden session in January last year. And yes, some parents and young people came over, and we were supposed to stop at 1 p.m., but by 4, the issues were so many. So we took it online. And the support continues. It's completely free of charge. We do not charge you a coin, but maybe some people do not know about the services that are available. Another thing that we can say is that it is up to you as a parent to ask. It is your right to ask, what is the school doing when it comes to imparting skills, life skills, and values to the children?
But we have these that are deliberate in school, because Dr. also, good an academician. And I think there's something that we were robbed of in our education system. Of course, some schools are trying to bring it back. Ministry of Education and Sports had thought about it, planned it very well, but because of commercialization of education, it's losing. Let me give an example. When I was in school, I went to traditional schools, but I also went to the non-traditional. I went to Ndeje Senior Secondary School. Religion was a must. Faith was something they would think of very much. Ndeje Senior Secondary School. I went to St. Mary's Chitende. Yes, the faith was there, but not deliberately. What was deliberate so much was academics. You must deliver. Dr. Lawrence Mulindwa needs nothing from you. You deliver. That is the first. How religious you are, how good whatever comes next. But the other, they would look at that holistic approach. You would do some farming, there was some deliberate sports, not optional or Brimpo are very good. So schools today are so much into how many A's you can get. Are we going to get a 4? Because the more my children pass, the more I'm getting more students and pupils. Now, I went to school and I told them, where is your playground? I asked, are these children, when do they go for PE? Okay, when do they go for church? And they told me, are those examinable by UNEB? I've seen parents who you tell, but your children, at least, they should have this other skill. And a child comes home and says, I remember when I went home and told my father I want to be a Boy Scout here in By then it was Nakasero. My mother was a girl guide, so she was very passionate. Father asked me, "You could report to Binabako. Who is going to care if you are a scout in school or not?" But there's so many skills you get. So, doctor, in this day, we no longer schools and education institutions. I don't know, Makerere, you know, if you fight not to get retakes and get a first class. Which lecturer looks at but please? Okay.
One of the things that parents struggled with, I'll go back to the years of COVID. One of the things that parents used to fear, it used to terrify them. If I died, what would happen to my children? And that's the important question we need to ask ourselves all the time. So my child is brilliant. They are doing very well in school. And I have the money to pay their school fees. But if you died tomorrow, what is going to happen to you?
To take on that baggage.
Who is going to take on that child that you have spoiled? Tagambwako. Who is going to? That's a very sobering
They
question.
can't wash their clothes, they can't wash dishes,
clothes, they cannot wash dishes, they cannot commit themselves to any single thing. Before I go so far, I have 4 degrees, bachelor's, 2 master's degrees, and a PhD. I did my own makeup. I do my own hair. I'm very good with my hands. I went to Gayaza High School. First day in S1, they gave me endebe, yalumonde, sweet potatoes to peel by myself. Okay? Housework, I don't have a housemaid because I do all my own housework. I don't have to spend that money, and I'm very picky. I am very picky. I am extremely organized. I organize my own life, and I have a PhD. So values and skills is not a luxury. It is something we have to have. So ask yourself.
So you go home and prepare yourself a meal?
Yes, I will prepare myself a meal. I will prepare myself a meal. I have to look after myself. I work very hard, and I have to keep pouring into the cup that I pour out of. Wow. If Makerere closed tomorrow, I wouldn't starve. I always tell my students in first year, you asked what we do in Makerere. I teach a paper on life skills in first year. Life skills and communication skills and self-development. One of the things I always tell my students, I tell them my life story. There was a time when the money wasn't coming in Makerere. I already had 2 master's degrees. I tied them on a tree, proverbially, and went down to Wino. We would get there at 5 a.m.
Doctor.
Yes. 5 a.m. I picked up my few pieces of cloth. I set up a small boutique in very dusty Kulambiro, which I used to clean by myself every single day. My neighbor had a salon, and she had a young girl who used to tell me, "Auntie Ngoye Ojakowa." Whenever she would see me mopping, she would tell me, "You'll get tired. With this dust, you'll get tired." Month 1, month 2, month 3, I was not tired. At the 3rd month, she asked me for a job. And I couldn't employ her because now I was used to doing it myself. And I have a PhD. I tell my students, I usually have this illustration in class towards the end of the term, that when I find my uncles, my kojas, even if I find them on Kampala Road, I will kneel down and greet them. And I actually kneel down when I say that, and they are very surprised. They stand up and I ask them, have I grown a rash when I knelt? Does it take away even 1 inch of the PhD? It does not. If Makerere closed tomorrow, I would not starve, because money would come and find me, because of the values that have been instilled in me. I have been blessed. Yes, I went to Gayaza High School, but after that I went to Kaboja International.
Contrary schools.
Very
I did
different.
experience that confusion too.
Very different. But what I learned in Kaboja is the self-expression. One of the things that has been said about children from Kaboja is we do not fail interviews. Very confident. We speak our minds. But we also learned to respect ourselves and to respect elders. Those are values.
Yes.
Values and life skills, they go together. Today, nobody cares that I got a first class. I have to be good at what I do, but it really doesn't matter. All that matters to my clients is how I make them feel. And that's because I have a real value for human life. I love people. I'm a people person. But somebody nurtured that in me. When I was a young person, I suffered from mental illness. I was seeing things. I almost dropped out of school because I had this voice telling me to drop out of school and go and preach on the street. My spiritual father, who is still my spiritual father now, took an interest. He was a preacher, but he told me, you, Linda, are going to study up to PhD. I laughed because I was doing very badly in school. But because he took an interest in me, I take an interest in young people. And the first story they hear from me is my own life story. And the values that my mother built in me. When I was growing up, my mother would say, agende misana bamuganira. If you move during that day, if anything happens, people will defend you. It's partly genetic because also my late father would never move at night. What have you built in your children? Because the truth is, you're giving them a phone. It's a whole world.
Yes.
Whether you like it or not, they will learn values. But which values?
Very good question. They'll learn values. Which values? We are in a world today where many of our children are raised by the internet, are raised by TV, are raised by neighborhoods, communities, and certain things become funny. And you wonder, where did this child pick this? You ask yourself, you don't have it, your mother, you know, the habits, the character. Where did you get those words? I hear parents most times ask, where do you get those bad words you're speaking? Because in your circle, you can't understand where. So I come back to the parent. Doctor's given us a very good example and why it is very important to nurture life skills and values in our children. But on the parental level, today, and I think it has always been there, maybe we come from very different backgrounds. Previously, intermarriages were not that very common. Maybe a Motoro go from Uganda. But today we've crossed borders, we've crossed tribes, we have different, would I call them values, we have different skills. For her, I hope she's a Muganda, I'm just using that. Because she talked about the kneeling. In Uganda, you can kneel. I may marry a woman where they don't kneel in their culture. Now, I want to instill, because kneeling is morally right, it may not be legally right, but that respecting people is something very important. Because if you don't have that, even your bosses, you won't respect them. But you get someone where kneeling is not part of them. Maybe greeting is a must, you know. When you pass someone, I remember for us, someone would even report you that Omana Teyambus is, and you're beaten for by passing an old person and you don't greet. Today, maybe so what? My child didn't greet you. I mean, if he didn't greet you,
you greet her.
You greet him.
You greet him.
Yeah, did he refuse to answer the greeting? I mean, what case of crime is that? I choose to greet you or not. So with this mixed culture, sometimes some of us, doctor is unique, but when you study more and study more the elite families, you know, we believe there are those things that don't make sense anymore. So as parents, mixed intermarriages, sometimes when the social classes differ, you go to a home even speaking your native language, it is oldish, not fashionable. So how do we bring in modernity? Modernity has brought in so much. How do we, in this time of modernity, with the mixed races and all that, ensure that we, as parents, we speak with one voice to bring up a child? Because sometimes we tell our children, you know, when dad is back, says, it's time to sleep, get off your tabs and do this. Mom says, after they're in holiday. Yes, please.
Thank you. Modernity, to me, I think that skills and values, however much Others are rich, others are poor, others are modernized, others are not. But I think they're still the same. Someone might not kneel to greet, but still they can greet in a respectful way. Finding an old man and you just say, Kulamusiza. And another child finding an old man without kneeling, but stands very well and says, Wasuzo otya ssebo. You know? Kankubongeko. Such words, there are two different styles of greeting, but with what? With different kinds of respect. So now, I don't think values and skills there is the way they connect with modernization and what. Another thing, what I want to beg parents, father and mother, let's come together to raise our kids.
Very good. To
me, in my home, I will say this. If dad is trying to correct a child, I will not say anything. I will actually not be around, even if I'm seated there. Even me, if I'm correcting a child, dad will not say anything. So that will help a lot. Let's come together and see what skills we as parents, both of us, because every family I think every family have their own skills, but me, I think most of the skills are the same that we should nurture into our children. Sit down, you a mother and a father, and see, look at your children. What do you want to input in them? Both of you. However much you were nurtured from different kinds of families. The other one is a Muchiga, another one is a Muganda. But try to look, if I'm a Muchiga, in our side we don't kneel down, and my husband is telling my child to kneel down. Let me first look into the benefits of that. What would it help? If it is good, it's okay. Let's go with it. If my husband is telling my children, please, I want you to sleep at exactly 9. Why are you still on the tablet up to midnight? And I will think about it. What will it cause in future? Now it is holidays. Next month it is school. What will it bring? Will it bring good results or bad? If it is bad results, I'll let you tell them to do that thing. If it's good results, I'll just keep quiet. So we should look into the skills. What skills do we want in our children? You as a father and a mother. What do you want to nurture? What kind of student do you want? In future, what kind of parent do you want? You say they will blame you. Who raised you up? Think about it. Your mother, who? What are you raising? What do you want in these kids? You as a father and a mother. I think parenting is not for one side, unless for only single mothers. But when you're together, it's for both of you. A child is not for a mom, a child is not for a dad. If a father sees a mistake, you have a right to speak about it. And if a mother sees a mistake, you have a right to speak about it. You're nurturing a citizen. And as parents, let's know this. As you are nurturing these kids, just know you're nurturing someone's husband tomorrow. You're not nurturing your child. Don't nurture what you want. You're nurturing someone's wife tomorrow. Who is going to disturb? You're nurturing the president of tomorrow. What will he produce? You're nurturing an MP. You're nurturing a human resource manager, a doctor. What are you putting in them? Do they have compassion? That's why you find doctors, a mother is producing from down there, they don't care. Tontawanyaze nkyalina byenkola. Twalaba ddoloza gwasoose kaaba. Why? They didn't nurture that person. However,
well said. How I wish we had more time, but unfortunately we've come to the end of the show. And before I let my guests go, I'll just give each a minute or two to have their parting shot. And let me begin with the doctor.
One, thank you so much for having me. We cannot say enough about the topic of life skills and values. Can I give some shouts out?
Please do.
First of all, to my church, my spiritual parents, Apostle Elisha and Purity Wako at the Sanctuary Church. Thank you for growing me. And I am happy to represent my co-worker, my co-director, also at Akili, Mental Health and Coaching Consultants. and also my co-workers at Rhodium Mental Health Hospital. They are found in Bogolobi, opposite Ambrosoli. It's a mental health hospital. You'll find psychiatrists, you'll find psychologists, you'll find social workers, you know, people that can help. And most of all to Makerere University, Department of Mental Health and Community Psychology, and the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. We talk about sciences, and I have no problem with talking about sciences, but can we also talk about the human being? And we at the College of Humanities and Social Sciences are more than happy to be a universal good to the community. We do not want to stay in the ivory tower. When we come to you, you can also come to us, and we are more than willing to help. We literally have an army of students that come from everywhere in the country, and they're willing to go back to their communities. Give them a stand. They can help.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Linda Kulabako. Now, finally, the parent, Jawin.
Yeah. Actually, it's my pleasure for me being here, and I really thank you people for hosting us in this program. It helps us bring out views that other parents could not know. I want to thank the UWEZO team and the FEGDA. They really helped us when they came in our community. Because the truth is, I think also the government should also support such organization. They will help a lot. We found out that there are parents who are in that they don't want to raise their kids with skills and values, but they don't know what to do. They are raising them the way they were raised. But this teaching helped and enlightened our minds. I also want to thank my parents. What they invested in me is what I am, and I've moved. Actually, running a ministry is not easy. I will thank the church, our administrator, my pastor, Pastor Jawin. Running a church, a ministry, we are finding different kinds of people. But if my parents had not nurtured me with the values and skills, things would have been very difficult.
Well, I want to thank you so much, my guests this morning, Dr. and Jawin, and also above all, you, our viewer. You've been with us from 6:30 when we began our live broadcast till now, when we've come to the end of Good Morning Uganda Extra. I'll be very excited having you tomorrow with us from 6:30 as we kickstart your day. Have the best of your day, but think about which child are you bringing in the world? Which child are you leaving in the world? Do they have values? Do they have skills? Because those are what the world requires of them. See you tomorrow, God willing.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there